In this job, I've learned that the world still holds some remarkable surprises. Like the people you're about to meet, the ocean nomads of the South Pacific, called the Bajau Laut. With no land-based home to call their own, these sea gypsies have roamed the treacherous waters north of Australia for centuries, living their entire lives on tiny wooden boats. The ocean provides their every need. They've even physically adapted to hunt underwater as efficiently as ocean mammals. But as exotic as it sounds, I soon discovered life on the ocean waves has its hardship and danger, from tropical storms to deadly pirates. Hello, how are you? I'm about to set off on an ocean voyage across some of the most treacherous waters on the planet. Hello. Salam. But already I feel I'm in safe hands, for these are the Bajau Laut, sea gypsies who live their entire lives on their boats. And joining me on this extraordinary adventure is Helen Brunt, a young English anthropologist who's been adopted by this sea gypsy family. This is your son?
It is Feldy.
And what's his name?
Feldy.
Feldy! Feldy!
He's quite shy.
Shy for the cameras.
Yeah. It's very naughty. It's really nice in a lot of ways because you're free to travel wherever you want to go, and then when you're hungry you just go fishing. So it's a very happy place.
Just imagine, there are 3 families crowded onto this tiny boat. 17 people, all born at sea, including Nahara and her young family. Nahara, do you get anxious when you go on land?
Yeah. Not normal for them to be on land, so what's normal is the motion of the boat rocking.
The Bajau Laut roam a vast area of ocean north of Australia called the Coral Triangle, and for now, we're off the coast of Borneo. You only have to spend a few days with the Bajau Laut to understand why they're called sea gypsies. They are truly the last ocean nomads. They wander these seas in the tiniest wooden boats, always searching for their next meal. This is Sorben, and he's one of the greatest Bajau Laut fishermen, and just wait till you see how he does it.
He'll spend some time looking for the right area by putting his face into the water, wearing his goggles or his mask.
Once Sorben spots his prey, he loads his homemade spear, then does his own unique breathing exercises.
He says that he always dives better after smoking a cigarette, so I'm not quite sure how that works. When he's ready, he'll just drop into the water very quietly, very calmly, and drop straight down head first, right down to the bottom of the reef, so using as little energy as possible.
Sorben can reach depths of more than 20 metres. The pressure on his body right now is enormous. His heart rate has slowed to 25 beats per minute. Sorben strides across these underwater plains like an ancient hunter. His body's so lean, he can achieve negative buoyancy where most of us would float to the surface.
It's one of the most incredible things you can see is the human body, which isn't designed to go underwater, and certainly not for that amount of time, behaving like a marine mammal almost.
He's been down for an unbelievable 2.5 minutes. Here he comes. What have you got? It looks enormous. Oh, a massive stingray. That is going to be Sorben's dinner for tonight, him and his family. Well done. Well done. How often does he miss?
He rarely misses, but really what's hard for him now is finding the fish because they're not as abundant as they used to be.
The traditional fishing grounds of the Bajau Laut have been stripped by the big commercial trawlers. But just 20 minutes away is a reminder of how it used to be. Sipadan, a protected marine park teeming with fish. Fish in every shape, size and colour, fish in their millions. Fish the Bajau are forbidden to touch. For Sorben, tracking through the barren moonscape left by decades of overfishing, it means every shot has to count. Like many of his people who can't afford the upkeep of a boat, Sorben squats on a nearby island with his wife and 3 children. You must be very proud of your husband. He's a very good fisherman.
Yeah.
Yes, she's very proud of her husband, Sublin. Always catch every time when he goes out to the sea.
Some Bajau Laut live on flimsy stilt houses built out in the middle of the sea. But others like Nahara and her family are determined to stay on their boats. And you can see why.
You can move around wherever you want, independence.
And this is your backyard.
Yeah.
It's not bad, is it? But this freedom comes at a heavy price. The Bajau Laut are stateless, liable to be arrested whenever they go ashore to sell their fish in exchange for fuel.
They are not citizens of any country.
So they can end up behind bars?
Yeah, from a day and a night to a few months. This is a clam here, but what's for dinner is the stingray, which is drying on the roof.
No wonder the Bajau have learnt to rely entirely on the sea for their every need.
I was expecting to see 1 or 2 stingrays.
No, this is what they caught earlier.
But for me, there are much more alarming problems to face up to.
Is this what I think it is?
Yeah, this is the toilet here. Pretty simple, huh?
Pretty basic, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good enough reason not to go ever.
Yes.
So tell me, how do Mum and Dad find private time?
I guess the answer is quietly at night time. But yeah, it seems to work because they're having a lot of children.
We're about to head to an island called Marble, which is about 30 kilometres from here. But there's a lot of tension on board. Rangu and Nahara have heard that pirates attacked another Bajau Laut boat last week, stealing the engine and killing someone on board. We've just been waiting for high tide to hit, but everyone's pretty keen to get moving before it gets dark.
Their fears are very real because they do live on the water and they are worried about people attacking them, and their boat doesn't go very fast, so they wouldn't be able to escape.
We've reached safe harbour just in time. There's a storm brewing.
I think you can spend as many days as you want on the boat, but the reality of this life sets in at night. 17 people will be sharing this tiny space. Men, women, children, and for tonight, me too. And bed is a small pillow and a wooden floor.
When the storm hits, it hits with a vengeance. I've never seen rain like it, flooding through the roof of the cabin. Our boat is in danger of being swept off its mooring. But while some of the younger family members battle the storm, the older ones don't even stir.
It's been a very long night, and I can say that the roof leaks, and it leaks quite a bit, but it didn't seem to bother anyone else on board. I guess they've probably gone through thousands of storms like this. And Nahari just tells me that some of the men have gone out to check the nets to see what's for breakfast.
She wants you to try the fish head.
Is she serious?
Yes. Give it a try.
Okay, very... Oh, it's very good. Good.
If we needed any reminder of this unforgiving life, it arrives in the most shocking way possible. Sulban, my spearfishing friend, is shattered. His 3-month-old son Chris has died. It's thought he caught an illness from dirty water, but no one knows for sure. And in a gesture that humbles me to the core, Sulban invites me to the farewell for his beloved little boy. It is Sulban's last goodbye to the son he had hoped would one day follow in his footsteps. He's now lost 7 of his 9 children.
To me, it represents how very fragile their existence is, and how a child can come into the world and then leave the world really soon, but without having any documentation, without ever really existing.
Out in the village though, life goes on. The kids who survive grow up strong. They have to be.
Do you worry about them?
I do, yeah. What's it going to be like when these little kids that I see are adults themselves? And I think we can learn a lot from them.
For now, they're just happy, enjoying the sea. That was fun! High five! High five! Yeah! And who knows? Maybe somewhere amongst them is the next Sulban. Hello, I'm Allison Langdon. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.